Hey guys, and welcome to the Huffington Post. My name's Theodore Hoffman, you know who I am. But I'm here with a big boy mentor, a big man mentor, and he's been here looking after a lot of the youth, and he's someone to actually look up to, and he's making massive changes, and I love his drive. He actually was on a podcast before with me, but then I thought, you know what, I wanted to capture him in 4K instead of 1080p. So, can you introduce yourself?
Thank you, Theodore. And firstly, thank you for allowing me back on the platform.
No problem.
Yeah, it's massive, so thank you.
No problem.
I'm founder and managing director of Michael's Mentors, Birmingham based. We work in academies, primary school, secondary, pupil referral units, special needs schools, alternative provision, the whole shebang.
Okay.
So we cover and work with a lot of youngsters.
Amazing. So I'm gonna get straight into it. It's like, why did you want to start up your own business?
Wow. It's been a long journey. So I left school at 16, year 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems a million miles away. Go, should I say? It's always been something that I've wanted to do. But the start, failing GCSEs and coming out of school with not much, to be totally honest, which I always show the pupils now. But I didn't come out of school with much at all. I just the confidence was low. My first job, I had to go and work in a factory for £2 an hour.
Yeah, £2 an hour.
You know what I mean? Is it even allowed these days?
I know, crazy.
So working in a factory for £2 an hour. Obviously, I'm with a lot of old men and building, repairing trucks. I didn't even see it. It seemed like so far away and something that was totally out of my range.
Yeah.
And it's always been in the back of my mind. And I do remember specifically when I got later on in my journey working for quite a large media company in Birmingham.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I wouldn't say the name. No promotion there. You don't need sour. But yeah, me even starting to think, you know what? I've got something. So I'd say to my boss at lunchtime, and I'd be like, instead of having my lunch today, can I come and sit with you and watch what you're doing? Yeah. Can I watch what you're doing? Because I want to be a manager one day, just like you. And I got blew off. She used to blow me off about 10, 15 times this has happened.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not today, Michael. I'm thinking, you've got a member of staff who's exceeding targets and smashing everything. Yeah. And he's actually, coming to you saying, I want to learn more. Can you show me the managerial side? And she wasn't allowing it. Yeah. So, and I thought, that's quite strange. And it made me realise that there is a glass ceiling. And I don't want to say because of race and all these things, it's not one of those, it's not that at all. But there was an element of that. Yeah. I did feel it majorly. And the glass ceiling, you can see everything looking rosy up there. And you're like, yeah, I can get to that place, but it ain't going to happen. So, here we are today. I've took some massive risks.
Okay. So
I'm here, man. I'm here in full effect.
Amazing. Can you give us a bit more of like a backstory of who you are before you got to where you are now? Because I know that you was awarded Mentor of the Year of...
That's correct, by the Mayor.
2020
this year.
2020 this year.
So just before lockdown.
Yeah, so that's like a massive achievement and something definitely amazing to bring through the year and just say like, even though all this madness is happening, that you can be a great mentor to the youth, which is amazing. But like, what got you to where you are now?
So going back to my younger days, my history, like I'll go back to the start basically. Growing up was pretty tough, and it was just me and my mother. Dad left, I think, months into my birth, and unfortunately, we ended up in situations where we me and mother, obviously mother, but I experienced things too, which shouldn't a child, you know, it's one of those. We experienced a lot of domestic violence. So, you know, my young days was spent watching my mother being beaten on a daily basis. And I mean, really bad as well. Stuff that could like literally bring tears to my eyes now. Just thinking about.
It brings anger to my heart.
I'm telling you, bro, like the pain, and I still see it every day, and that's kind of my drive. That's my. You can't stop me and mummy now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But experiencing a lot of that, experiencing it myself. You know, mother would be working 4 jobs. In a chip shop, in a pub, in a nursing home, a cleaner, all at once. Do you know what I mean? This is where it comes from. I'm watching her, but she's got all of those jobs at once, and obviously I needed to be looked after by somebody, of course, in an evening, and it was my stepdad. I wouldn't even call him that. He's a piece of scum, and you know, he would hit me and hurt me while she's out, and say anything, you're dead, kind of thing. So. And she's dead too. You say, you know, you say anything, and it's one of those. And we had that for years, and that's growing up in Dudley. But also on top of that, I went to a primary school in Gornal, being the only black child in that whole school. A lot of racism, daily fights, daily beat up, daily bullying. Then going home and experiencing the domestic violence as well. It was a bit of a never-ending cycle. It felt like, what I do with my pupils at the moment, I do like mental health and well-being checks and assessments with them and stuff. And I think if I were to have one of those assessments done now, like. Well, where I'm what I was as that young child in primary school, I think it would be all over the place. My confidence was shot. I was broken. I was a broken kid. Excuse me. And I think back to those moments every single day of the week now.
Would you say that that's made you a resilient individual now?
Majorly. I've got, you know, my mindset. It's unrivaled. It's untouched. It can, you know, can't be touched. I'll say. My strength in my character, as watching 4 jobs, domestic violence, bullying, racism. Growing up, my friends, it's county lines, it's drugs, it's guns, it's my mindset.
The whole different.
The strength inside, you know, and rejection. I've played football my whole life, and I know a lot of people, oh, what happened, bro? Oh, I got injured. You know, them old stories. But I was a talent, and I was watched by many clubs and trials at many clubs, and that was my escape. So when, you know, I was in Gornal and there's no black boys around and nobody wanted to be my friend, it was just me and a football. It was me and a football. I remember in the playground in that said primary school, I wasn't even allowed to touch the ball. Well, I was allowed to touch the ball when I was fetching the ball, and the ball had gone for miles, and I'm just running, bring the ball back, but you're not allowed to get involved. And then when the teachers see me actually play, all this practice I've been doing on my own, like, I ended up being school captain, school football team, and and it went from there. And football enabled me to make friends, feel confidence, be good in social circles. And that was a struggle in itself. Obviously, these days, if you've been playing football, you got, you know, a minibus picking you up. But then I remember going to the Belfry, Aston Villa training ground, where it used to be, and I was with Aston Villa, and I couldn't afford to get there anymore. And it was kind of, I'm sorry, mate. And my mum was like, apology. You know, it was that's we can't get there anymore. And it was just that's so much rejection. It's just built resilience, and I'm grateful for all the setbacks and rejections. Because it's made a very, very strong person today.
Amazing. So going into like business. This world portrays that the entrepreneur life is just the best ever, and like nothing goes wrong, and like look at my car, look at my watches, look at the amount of money that I got, all of that madness. But they don't really actually see what entrepreneurs actually go through on a day-to-day basis.
Yes.
So can you give me a perspective of when you've had a problem and overcome that with a solution? Because basically I just want to show people that the entrepreneur life isn't all roses, and it isn't all the most amazing thing
Not at all.
that you see on Instagram.
Not at all. Firstly, just to take the jump, as all entrepreneurs and business owners will kind of relate to me, taking the jump is probably the biggest risk of your life. Especially when you have a family to take care of and feed and clothe. It's scary. But there's, this entrepreneur lifestyle, it's kind of, I used to, and I still do, I'll be sitting there at 4 or 5 in the morning, going through my phone, checking leads and sending messages and emails, and whatever the rest of the world's sleeping. This is a job that doesn't seem to switch off. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm looking over at my other half, and she'll be fast asleep, and then she'll wake up and see the light on the phone. I'm still going. Because of the fear of everything kind of going tits up. Yeah. There's a fear. There's people are relying on me. And also when you start to take on staff as well, it's not just your family. Yeah. It's somebody else's family. Yeah, of course. They've got to pay bills also. They have children, and it's kind of like one man fighting for families, and you're looking after so many people. And that's not a struggle, but it's a pressure, and people don't see these things. And if you're not built for this, the pressure, the late nights, the hard graft, and it's going to be a short road. Because I always think now, if I'm not working, there's somebody else doing what I should be doing. Yeah. And that opportunity, that was my opportunity. Nah, I can't let that happen again. Yeah. And I'll just grab the laptop. I'll keep grabbing the laptop. I'm away again. But you've got to be built of strong stuff. And what I tell people as well, I also have a thing where I've worked in a lot of jobs. I haven't just jumped straight into the business world, and gain your experience in many different roles as you possibly can, because it's only going to make you stronger when you do get your own thing going. So for example, as I mentioned, I've worked in factories for £2 an hour. That's hard graft, manual labour. You're telling me, I ain't going back there. Jesus. Broke my back. But then I've worked in customer service. I've worked in sales, business development roles.
So what skills would you say that an entrepreneur needs? Like just 2 major skills. Which 2 out of everything in entrepreneurship that an entrepreneur needs?
I would say an entrepreneur, your first thing is resilience. That key skill there, that being able to take that no, that being able to tell bugger off, not interested. And that's something you get from working in sales. So I would encourage all future or budding entrepreneurs to work, earn your stripes in sales. Because number one, your resilience, and in sales you will be told, F off, mate. Phone. Hello there, Michael calling. Beep. Yeah. Hello there. Go through your heartbreak. Go through told to F off a few times. A few 100,000 times. Yeah. And so now I'm reaching out to companies, schools, making collaborations with some serious companies. it puts you in good stead anyway.
Yeah.
Trust me. And so that's number one. I'll say resilience. I'd say another one. It's a tough one because there's many other things I could say, but I feel is your business development. Because it's this game, without leads, without being active, being proactive, of reaching out to, I'm Michael's mentors. I'm school. I've got to get into schools. I've got to get into businesses. You've got to be good with your business development. You've got to know how to work your leads. And I'm not doing it on a telesales level. You've got to seriously work those leads.
Yeah.
And know how to reach out to people, the way you email, the way you... And this is what's going to get... Because, let's face it, without these leads, there's no money, there's no business, there's no clients, there's not... So, that has got to be shit hot.
Yeah.
So, and those two working hand in hand. So, your business development and your resilience. So, your business development, hey, I've got this amazing thing.
Yeah.
Do one, mate. There's your resilience. Right. Put your jeans back up. Let's go again. And it's that. And you've got to have that in abundance.
On a regular, definitely.
Yeah. And you've got to experience it every day of the week.
Yeah. Otherwise, when you lean off it a bit and then you can't deal with it, it's just like, oh,
yeah,
you got to try and get back into that rhythm, and it's just not cool. So like, resilience is obviously one, but then I want to get into when you found out that you as an individual had value, because value is a very important thing, and a lot of people don't realize that they have it.
Yes.
But everyone has it because everyone has a skill in something. Obviously, you probably need to brush up on things if you're in different sectors or whatever. But mine was like when I got a big sale, and I was like, whoa, this is real. Like, I've never made that amount of money before. Yeah. But it doesn't necessarily need to be related around money, but it's just when you actually do something that you thought you might not even be capable of, or someone was going to grant you something, then it kind of boosts your confidence, and then you also find value in yourself to say, well, I can do that. Yeah, got this. Yeah.
And again, we say it's Michael's mentors. First and foremost is about the kids. Me and my team work with hundreds of pupils on a monthly basis. And they are my heart, they're my soul. Every one of those kids I look at like my own kids. I go to sleep thinking about these guys. You know, they're my everything. Just to kind of clarify that. But at the same time, I've got staff. I've got a family to feed. Excuse me, sorry. I've got a family to feed. And
congratulations on the new little one as well, by the way.
Thank you. Yes, the birth of my daughter. She's 15 days old today. So
amazing,
my brother.
Amazing. I count the days as well.
So, 15 days. I know straight away. Every day I'm like, but
every day.
See, that's another mouth. You know what I mean? There's, and essentially, I've got to earn to keep a roof over my head, my staff's head, and my future staff. Which so the value was when working with schools, and earning an amount I've never seen in my life.
So being able to see the kids progress and become better, and
do you know what I mean?
Being able to just connect.
Well, firstly is all of that. You know, as I mentioned, you know, being able to say, right, I've got a foundation, I've got a bit of a financial foundation where I can, right, let me go, let me attack everything like I can, because you know, it does relieve things off your mind and off your shoulders. Yeah. But seeing, like, my job, I think, is the most rewarding job in the world. I get to see a pupil that is on the verge of exclusion, who is written off by everybody, even their own family. they're going through domestic violence as I did. These are pupils that are broken, some poverty, domestic violence, as I've mentioned. Some are county lines. Some have gone through sexual abuse. I'm dealing with them, and I'm at the forefront. And seeing a broken child come to you and working with them on a one-to-one basis and actually seeing them come out the other end. Yo, sir. Well, I'm not sir. Yo, Mike. Because I don't, you know. Like teacher, because I'm not a teacher. I'm not one of those guys, but you know, I'm just you. That just grew big. Do you know what I mean? I'm just you who grew big, and I like to give them value and make them see that you can do this.
Yeah, of course. 100%.
I don't like to kind of shout that, you know, it's not about not having to get your GCSEs, because it's like, oh, I can fail these and I'll be all right. No, it's not that. I'm going to push you and give you everything to make sure that you smash these GCSEs. I do extra with them on their mocks, on all of this. But we're not all... The thing with schools at the moment, it's a bit gutting, and obviously they can only do what they can do, but it's not a one-size-fits-all. And kind of it feels like schools are that way. It's the blanket approach.
And see what works, whatever works.
There's 35 of you, 30 of you, and just throw the blanket over, and this is the one style of teaching I'm going to do, and this is how it's going to, this is it. This is it. And if you don't get it, it's on you. If you don't get this, it's on you. And then obviously...
when you say it like that, it's crazy,
That's what it is,
Yeah.
And then you got a pupil 10 minutes into the lesson, kind of doesn't understand. So what's that kid who's going through, mother can't feed him at home, he's in that class and he doesn't understand what's going on. You know what? And he's
a distraction.
And he's instantly looking for things to do. And you know what now? He's the bad egg. Just because he didn't understand. And also credit and kudos to the teachers, credit to them guys, because they've got 30 pupils. Probably 10 of them or
every day, pretty much.
Every day for 6 periods a day.
And then they have to go home and do work at home and then come back.
They've got their own kids, and they're spending more time with other people's kids than their own kids. And which is
it's crazy when you think about it.
It's unreal, and it's we have to, you know, really respect and highlight the incredible work teachers do. I didn't realise the amazing work teachers do until I am in schools every day of the week.
They're selfless, man.
They are selfless, and they go hard, and I can't, you know, shout out my I can't say respect enough to teachers, because they put it all on the line. But yeah, these pupils, we need another way of learning and teaching, and it's painful for them. It really is.
So at a level of confidence, are there any kind of things or routines you do to keep yourself in a positive state of mind? I know that you're a very positive person anyway, but are there any things that you could do or share that can enable someone to be more positive or think differently from a mindset perspective?
Okay. Good question. Because it's something that you don't do. You don't look at yourself. You know, when I'm going 100 miles an hour and I'm in schools every day and I'm working, you don't actually look at yourself. And what calms you down? The thing that kind of calms me down and puts me in a positive mindset. I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube videos because what I like to do when I've left school, I switch off. I like to, obviously things are never switched off when there's a pupil texting me at what time saying, "Yo, Mike," but I watch a lot of podcasts. Some of yours, in fact, I've watched. Many, of course. Shout out to Theodore, Hoffington Post. But I watch a lot of guys. You know, your Chucky Online, your Halfcast podcast. There's so many. I listen to 3 Shots. Tequila. That's the girls on the receipts. I like these. Take me to another place. And make me. They kind of reset me. And YouTube. It's just a great way to lose your mind and just like lose yourself and go into another world. But that's kind of what I do. I did used to go to the gym. Commitments. I'm mentally drained. Like the end of some days. You know, I've spoke to 8 kids today, and they're breaking down,
Yeah.
and and by the time it gets like, I've arrived back home 5:30, say, you have a little bit of food and
Yeah.
shower and whatever, and gym,
Yeah.
is out of the question. But that was a great release. It's something I'm going to do.
Yeah. Okay. Amazing.
And I think that's something that people should, gym is an expense, of course, and it's another additional outgoing. But you've got to invest in yourself.
100%.
You've got to invest in yourself. There's only one of you, man. There's only one.
There's only one of you.
You want to get one chance, one body.
Yeah.
So,
Make the most of it.
Make the most of it. And
look
if you
after
can
it.
release some of this tension or pent up, whatever you've got inside you, do that.
What would you say to your 20-year-old self?
Damn. Oh, wow. Me at 20, I was wild, bro. I was wild. Mother didn't see me. Could be days on end. I was out there. But I would have told myself to refocus and look at your social circle, because everybody who's around you is not good for you. Now, this is what happens with a lot of youngsters. Your circle can make or break you. There's a million, and I don't mind saying this, to be totally honest. I'm an old man to this game now, so I'm gonna get them. Whatever happened in the past, it's gone, it's dead, it's finished to me. Being one situation can change your life. And your circle that you're mixing with, I wish this is something, as the question, I wish I could have told myself, the circle you're mixing with, or that thing what you guys just done, could be the end of you. This could be 5 years, this could be 10 years, this could be this could be, and then that will shape your life. And that's a jail term you're not coming back from, or you are coming back from, but in a much worse place.
Yeah.
And it's only just down to luck, and I feel like it's my granddad's guidance. God bless him. God bless Norman. A.K.A. Ben, you know what I mean? Jamaican grandpas with mad different names. But one situation can change your life, and just look at your circle. And not everything, yes. Yo, we're going to go and do this. All right, let's go. Not everything needs a yes. Sometimes think to yourself, hey, this is me having a conversation with me, great.
Yeah.
I just start talking, like, sometimes when your friend has asked you to go and do something or be somewhere or do something, say no. First question I'd ask myself, would mum be happy with this? If I could go back, I'd say, would mum be happy with this? Being honest with myself, no, she ain't. Michael, turn around, go back in your house, turn your Mega Drive on, turn your Super Nintendo, and just
play some Mario Kart.
Because there's been many incidents that I could have been gone.
Yeah,
I could have been gone for a long. And some of my friends, in hindsight, would have done the same, but they haven't got the chance, and some of them are still sitting behind the cell doors now. So look at your circle, because not everybody wants the best for you.
Yeah,
and you will learn that as you get older, because the people who you were with then, you may be with them now, but you got to look out for you and you.
Yeah.
You look out for you and yours. Yeah, I could probably go. I could go on with that question for a very, very long time. you hit something there.
Yeah.
And just look out for you and yours, man.
So, what would your 20-year-old self say to you now?
I'm proud of you, bro. I would be saying to myself, I'm proud of you. Through all adversity, through all challenges.
Yeah.
This is not like a woe is me, but coming through, watching seeing the things I have, as many others, you know, it's not just me, of course, but seeing my mother come through what she's gone through, seeing, you know, I'm a brother. That's what keeps me ticking over as well. I'm a big brother. I got a sister who's like 24. He was saying, he was laughing at this the other day, 23, 24, yeah. Yeah. And I've got a 14-year-old little brother. And, you know, now I have a stepdaughter as well, who's joined us in this podcast.
Hey.
Isabella.
We was talking about YouTube earlier. She's
She's the girl, man. She's going to the top. And I've got my missus. I've got my new child as well.
Yeah.
Like,
how do you deal with that pressure,
bro? So,
because it's a big question, because I deal with that, and I know a lot of other people deal with it, but they don't actually tell people how to deal with the pressure. I know there's an element of obviously wanting to push on, but then like,
it's gonna sound really bad, man, because I don't think I do. Well, I obviously do, because I'm like this every day. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
But I don't think I actually take time to deal with the pressure. So I don't spare. There's never 20 minutes spare where I go, let me just take in what's just happened. I think if I took too much time contemplating on what I've just seen or what's just happened, I think it would play into my hands, and it would be negative towards me.
Okay.
I think it would be negative. Sometimes this life is quick.
I think I totally agree, because I'm kind of the same in terms of like just do.
Yeah.
But then from time to time, I have to sit back and just kind of make things sink in.
Yeah.
And then when I revise that, I'm like, okay, cool, and then I move on. But if you sit down in that dwelling state all the time, that's when things can just really slow down.
It's the dwelling state and the stress that kills you.
Yeah.
As we know, one of the big, like, I ain't got time. I'm just, but in the same breath, I can say, if you sit and dwell and obviously I do. So it's not looking at like, oh, what's happened today, blah, blah, blah. But I kind of do it on my feet. Like, you know what, that never worked out right. Right, what I'm going to do is, you know what, let me change that because that didn't work out right. Oh, got a new idea. Right, my phone, put into my notes.
Yeah. You're actively doing.
Yeah, actively. And do you know what, I didn't like the way that panned out. Right, Michael, how can you make that better? What have you just learned from this? Okay, I've learned. Right, I'm not going to approach that school in that way anymore. Right, okay, perfect, Mike. How could I, you know, like, and it's just, I'm providing.
You're checking in, but you're taking action straight away.
Instant, and I'm providing my own solutions, because there's a thing what I had when I the business I had previous to this, I had 13, 14 staff, and that taught me mega, because too many, and I take this into my own self now, there's too many people that come to you with a problem and without a solution. Don't come to me with all the problems. Come to me with a problem. Okay, so what are we gonna do about it? This is what, and I do this to myself. I check myself. Michael, that went wrong. What are you gonna do? Okay, now what I need to do, bang, let's attack. But too many people in life come with problems and no solutions.
Real talk.
And I had, and I say this because my previous business I had 13 staff, and everybody's amazing at interview stage. Everyone's got an amazing CV. Everyone's and these are good workers, qualified, good, amazing workers to do what they do, skilled, experienced, all the rest of it. But again, these are big grown people, big people, and you know, you've been into some of them longer than me, and good, this has happened to me today, and that's all you're giving.
That's it, yeah.
That's all you're giving me, or you know, this has gone wrong, mate. You know, like, come on, you're a big man.
They're expecting a lot to be done for them rather than them have to do it for themselves.
People do that way too much.
Way too much.
Like
it's just it's common sense.
It is a lot of it's common, and this is the difference between a business owner and a worker.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I'm saying this,
Yeah.
you know,
because workers are good.
Workers are good,
and everyone's good. It's just where do you fit?
Exactly.
In this world, isn't it?
When shit hits the fan, as a worker, you go and see your boss, or you go and see somebody, or you go and or you know that thing what you've effed up today. You know, R5. You know, it's not like R5. That you like, it's out of my hands.
Yeah.
You know, but as a business owner, when you make a mistake, it's all on you.
Yeah, you got
this mistake could be the cost of
make or break.
It could be make or this could write the business off.
Yeah.
This could put your staff all out of jobs. This could. So I always say, come with a solution, not a problem.
Yeah. So
that's something that's my mantra. That's my thing, and I do it to myself. But yeah, going back, I don't dwell on things. If I've made a boo boo, you know what? We all make them.
Yeah.
Nobody's exempt from effing up. Basically,
yeah,
it's, you know what? I messed up. Quick, what we're gonna do? Yeah, I just don't think it's healthy for the mind to sit looking at. Oh, I messed that up today. Oh, I've done wrong here today. No, get on with it. Come on, like you've got to have that attitude, and it's not like that I don't. Because I'm saying all this, but I don't want it to sound like I'm not taking stock of what's happened today, or Michael taking stock of the week of my business, like over a week, a month, a year. Like I do take stock, and I'm into everything. There's nothing that gets past me. I'm all over it. But I just ain't got time to dwell.
Yeah, of course.
Look at negs.
I know that there's a few people that you need to shout out to, show love to. I want to give you that time, and then after we'll get into more about your business and how people can reach you.
Yeah. First and foremost, mother.
Yeah.
Numero uno. Mother Shirley Forbes, my queen, my everything, my angel. I do this. I do all of everything what I do for her. She's the reason why I got up in the morning half the time. I think of her face and I'm like, out of bed. But yeah, you know, all my family, stepdaughter over there, my daughter, my missus, my sister, my brother, all of everybody. And a massive shout out, because to make me the man I am today he's my stepfather, but he's not my stepfather. He's my father. Roger, big up yourself, because through him, I've seen how a man is supposed to treat a woman. Through him, he's taught me what a dad should be. And mother going through all of the times and all the times that makes me feel emotional, bro.
It's cool.
All the time, oh shit, man.
It's
the
cool,
times that like things were going really bad for us, like he showed me, Roger, that men can be good blokes too.
Yeah.
So shout him out massively, and even without him having to directly go, Michael, this is it. But I'm a sponge. I watch and I learn and I observe, and yeah, God bless him, and I love you. So yeah. Amazing. But business, and obviously he's got his own business as well. So yeah. So business wise, my website, One Hutch, Neil Hutchinson. Big up yourself, because he's donated my website through his kind of corporate social responsibility.
Yeah.
That's where he's giving back to a good cause like ourselves. So thank you. Boy, oh boy. Big up Aisha.
Yeah.
For making this even possible.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't have even known each other. So big up Aisha at Ascend Training.
Yeah.
Check them out. So this wouldn't have even been possible. Boy, it's hard, isn't it?
Good friend.
Um,
One of your closest.
right, this is the my friend is tattooed on my hands. Timothy. He's passed away. He's not with us anymore. He's been my best friend for the whole of my life. We've gone through everything together. We cried together, laughed together. Our last big experience we did was go Drake concert together.
Yeah.
You know, and he's not with us anymore. And he passed 2.5, 3 years ago now. Life's never been the same since. And I pray to him every day. I talk to him in the car every day of the week. And he's person I'm doing this for as well. Because I know he can't shout him out, because he's my everything.
Amazing. Amazing.
And his mother and sister too, Miriam and Mary. Oh, and another person as well. Why? I feel like I just bloody wouldn't. Shout out to God. Andy Love. Andy Love. From me working in a factory, I thought that's probably where I'd spend the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But through him putting my name forward to work for NatWest Mortgage Services, I got out of the overalls and I ended up in a shirt and tie from Next, and I was the guy. I felt amazing. So without him, I don't know where my break would have come to get into the professional world. So I'll always shout him out, Andy Love. I love you, bro. And I always will. So, yeah, that's it.
Amazing. So, how can the audience, the viewers and listeners connect with you?
I'm on Insta. I'm on Twitter too. No Facebook. So, Insta is Michaels_mentors_. That's MICHAELS_MENTORS_. And Twitter, Michael's Mentors. What else am I on? YouTube. Got a few videos on there. Going to start uploading a lot more shortly. So Michael's Mentors again. And yes, please get in touch. Feedback. It's all taken on board. If you are a school that needs mentoring, I have the best team. I'm a UK leader in terms of this mentoring world. This is what I do. And my team are trained. They're the best guys you can possibly have in your school. So if you are a school that needs a change, whether you are primary or secondary, or a youth offenders institute, a pupil referral unit, alternative provision school, get in contact with us because it's guaranteed results. And we do stuff that other mentoring organisations don't, along with the wellbeing assessments. We provide notes for every pupil after every session with them, so the school are fully aware of what's going on in and around that child's life. Yeah, we do a lot. Amazing. We do a lot. And I've got my own software program as well, so that all information on every pupil, I can literally type the name and every pupil. Yeah, there's a lot. Okay. But yeah, all good.
Amazing. It's been an absolute pleasure for having you on the show. I want to say congratulations on being a father, because it's just amazing. And obviously sharing your story with the viewers and the listeners, because obviously it just shows that it can be done. And then there's so many people going through a lot of things, especially right now with the pandemic. And it's just more like having someone to listen to, and someone we're definitely going to be learning from.
I hope so.
This story.
I hope so.
So definitely thank you very much for coming back on. It's genuinely much appreciated. Listeners and viewers, I want to say thank you very much for watching and listening. Please watch this video back again. You're going to get 10 times the amount of information that you did the first time. Please share this with a friend, an entrepreneur that needs this message, or someone that just needs this message, because it's very important. And we haven't had anyone on that's spoke so deeply about like family issues and mentoring and really building up who you are, and remembering as well, your environment definitely does shape you, but it doesn't necessarily make you. You make yourself. So definitely reach out to Michael from Michael's Mentors and check out his socials. And please, please, please take care, and I'll see you on the next Huffington Post show.
Thank you.